How many of you, when you buy a new mobile phone or appliance, actually sit and read the full manual from beginning to end? Very few. Most of us just switch it on, press a few buttons, try something, fail, try again, and only when something goes wrong do we look for the manual or for help. In the same way, when you travel by air and the cabin crew demonstrate the safety instructions, how many really watch carefully? Most passengers are busy with their phones or conversations, even though those instructions tell us how to protect our lives if something goes wrong. The guidance is there, but many hearts are not interested. God, however, has already given us the manual and safety instructions for our soul, His Word, the teaching of the Church, and the sacraments that heal, guide, and protect us. Yet we often live like careless passengers, eyes open but not really seeing, ears hearing but not really listening. In today's Gospel, Matthew 9 verses 27 to 31, two blind men cannot see with their eyes, but they are wide awake in faith. They follow Jesus and cry out, "Son of David, have mercy on us," recognizing Him as the Messiah while others, with perfect eyesight, remain spiritually blind. Their prayer is simple and bold, not a long speech, just, "Have mercy on us." Every time we come before God, especially in confession, we stand beside these two men. We bring our sins, our confusion, our hidden wounds, and we dare to say, "Lord, have mercy on me." In that humble, honest cry, Jesus bends close to us and pours out His mercy. Then comes the key moment. Jesus asks, "Do you believe that I am able to do this?" And when they answer, "Yes, Lord," He touches their eyes and says, "According to your faith let it be done to you," and their eyes are opened. Faith is the door, His touch is the gift. That same touch continues today in the sacraments, especially the Eucharist. In Holy Communion, it is not only our eyelids He touches, but our souls. Under the appearance of bread and wine, His real presence enters us to heal, to purify, and to give us new sight, to recognize Him in the poor, the lonely, the sick, and in the people who are hardest for us to love. Before receiving communion, make a simple prayer in your heart: "Jesus, touch my eyes. Take away my spiritual blindness. Help me to see you today." Let every Mass be a moment when the Divine Physician places His hand on your eyes and heart. After healing them, Jesus tells the men, "See that no one knows about this," but they go out and spread the news throughout the whole area. Jesus wants to avoid shallow publicity and to deepen true, humble faith. But their joy cannot be contained. When grace really touches a life, silence becomes impossible. Every sacrament we receive sends us out as witnesses. From baptism to confirmation, from confession to the Eucharist, Christ sends us to speak about what His mercy has done. Think of one concrete grace in your life, a reconciliation in your family, a moment of peace in prayer, a second chance you did not deserve. This week, share that story with at least one person. The greatest danger in this gospel is not physical blindness but spiritual blindness, the blindness of indifference when we ignore suffering, the blindness of presumption when we take God's mercy for granted, and the blindness of envy when we cannot rejoice in another's blessing. St. Ignatius proposes the daily examen as a simple remedy. At the end of the day, become aware of God's presence, thank Him,